What's up, guys? Nick here with Vision Reptiles. Today we're bringing you the second part of the update video, basically, that we said we were going to put out over the Instagram and TikTok and everything like that. So kind of a follow-up to the first video. Sorry for the shaky camera. I'm kind of holding it up myself. I still haven't gotten my camera that you see in the background right there set up for the recording for Reptiles yet. It's still kind of set up for my, my video game streaming stuff that I had going on. But I haven't used it for that in a long time, so I'm going to reset it up for, recording all the reptiles and everything like that. So, but I want to show you a bit of everything and kind of explain it. So we went from, I think three reptiles the first time. We had the orange dream pinstripe. Well, if you want to go in order, first we had the bumblebee, male, adult. We had him for 6 years. Then we added the orange dream pinstripe to the mix, female, a few years old, for breeding purposes with the bumblebee. And then we got the pied, pastel pied from a Reptile Expo. And from there, I'm kind of going to go through the setup and just show you, as I explain it, I'll show you what we added to the collection and a little bit of the details of, breeding plans and everything like that. Sorry I look like crap right now. Just woke up, went out and cleaned all the rat racks and everything like that. Cold as heck outside, so, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the rest. We talked about as well in the last video. This is kind of where, I set all the snakes for the videos on Instagram and everything. I have a light mounted right there that I can angle downward, position it to get, some good quality lighting. We don't have anything or any reptiles inside this enclosure. Might use it for something later on. Still got the thermostat and everything set up, but not using it. So since the last video, I think we had both racks in the first video, but we didn't have many snakes in it. So to begin, this is the adult rack, the V70 tubs. They were paired up, so they're no longer locked. I witnessed 2 locks, one yesterday, one the day before. I'm gonna separate them today, put the bumblebee back in his enclosure. I tagged each enclosure with the date. My fiance actually did. She tagged everything for me. I just told her what to put. So basically the setup of it is the genes, gender, I guess sex you should say, date they were born, and name. So orange dream pinstripe female, Nairobi, 2015. So this is the original one out of all the hatchlings / juveniles that we got, and it looks like she just shed. So she just shed a decent amount off. And I want to show you guys, I want to pull out some of them and show them, because I did not in the last video. That is the pastel pied, fresh shed, looking good, looking clean. Let's get that shed out while we're in here. All right, and then this is the second one. That is the lesser leopard het clown male. And I'm not gonna take him out. You guys have seen a lot of him. I posted a lot of stuff on Instagram and everything. The spot nose firefly het clown female, the third one, picked up. Got this one from Sailor Serpents on Instagram and Morph Market. He's very good at what he does, produces some beautiful animals. That is going to make some crazy combinations with my Mojave clown in the future. That's way in the future, because the Mojave clown's also a female. So the babies of this one, I want to mix up with the babies of that one, you know what I'm saying? And they're going to be absolutely beautiful. But either way, the lesser leopard with this one is as well. The lesser leopard male, get some of those Batman combos with extra genes in them as well. Gotta go through and clean these tubs out today too. Mojave clown, het pied. Super excited about this one. She is super feisty. Very pretty though. All right, let's get her back away. that is the cinnamon ball python, male, oh no, female, cinnamon ball python, female. Picked up the same time, Reptile Expo. That one was Leveled Up Exotics. Last one, I think this is, yep, Pastel. Oh, no, we have another one. I completely didn't even think about it. We have one more that we picked up after all of them. This is a Pastel Het Clown Het Pied male. So that's going to be not anything crazy, no crazy genetics in this one, just, you know, the double het. So I'll be able to produce some stuff with both of my projects with that one. And I think I said, yeah, this one was het pied too, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the clown's het pied. I got everything tagged. Het pied. This is the banana. It's the yellow belly banana that we picked up from, oh, looks like you shed too. Both of these snakes that have shed off everything in one day, which is good to see. I picked this one up from Will Banks. Very beautiful. Yellow belly banana female. And her colors are just popping after that shed. A little bit of like freckling, ink spotting, whatever you want to call it. Not too much. Just a little bit. I love the yellow spot on the head. Amazing colors. Really, really amazing colors. So if you're interested, because, you know, I don't have a lot of videos, full-size videos on the YouTube, but if you're watching this and you're interested in seeing, like, you know, a lot of content with these animals, I have on the Instagram, which is vision.reptiles, which I'll link everything. I also have TikTok, which is just Vision Reptiles. I post, like, continuous, non-stop content of all of these animals, either individually, just showing their colors, showing their progress in growth, and sometimes feeding videos as well. I usually post the same videos as shorts on my YouTube. So if you subscribe, you will also, you know, get content with all the shorts of the same stuff that you would see on Instagram and TikTok. But I kind of post everything the same on all of them. And let me see. So these water dishes I picked up from Dollar General is what I'm using. 50 cents a piece. They work really well inside these enclosures. They clean out very well. You know, I got some extras as well, just in case. I got these two spare tubs that are pretty large with thermostats and heat pads already on them. So in the future, I could use that for something. One thing we added since the last video, though, was bam, this rack is a mess over here because I got to reorganize this entire room. Probably going to get rid of the AC unit, close that window back up, probably insulate the window. But we added this huge rack. I have stuff just resting on it for now because I don't plan on using it for a while. I added heat tape to the back when I bought it off of a guy. There was no heat tape, so I added heat tape all the way through the back. It is spaced out enough to where it's not going to put pressure on the heat tape, so there's no constant pressure on the heat tape. And those aren't holes in the heat tape, that's just the light shining through the holes that are back there. I've already tested it. It holds a really good temperature, especially, you know, I tested it with the heat gun and everything, with the temperature gun. It holds a really good temperature all the way throughout. This is kind of going to be a grow out rack for majority of, like, you know, the males once they get to adult size. Pretty big tubs. I mean, well large enough for adults, at least adult males throughout their whole life. Females possibly would have to get moved up to, you know, the V70, the larger tubs after a while. But this is the grow out rack for what I already have. The top tubs, they don't come out very easy. I have to pry on them. So I may end up taking this shelf out because these two shelves are too small to even have a rack. Take this one out, raise this one up, raise the next one up, raise the next one up to where all these three come out a little easier. And then I'll just have one storage shelf where I'll put the thermostat and everything like that. So I already got the probe in there on the heat tape and everything. So very cheap. I got it for extremely cheap, so I couldn't pass it up. You know, it's not the prettiest thing, but I really couldn't pass it up for the price. So that's it. You know, I got that extra adult tub down there. Everything's a little unorganized right now. I haven't gone through and cleaned this room up. We added the VE 300 x 2 to this rack and that rack. Oh yeah, and we got the incubator set up. So, you know, we got the VE 100. I need to redo the tape in here. It's hard to do this one-handed. So I need to redo some of the tape in here. get everything taped in position. That's not actually going to be in there. I just have it in there for now. And my dog is like in my face, Jesus. But yeah, I got the heat tape in there, some water bottles all along the bottom to hold that light diffuser plastic rack, and hold the egg box on top. I got the thermostat right there, kind of midway up the egg box. I have another, you know, thermometer / hydrometer down there touching that. Not really using the hydrometer aspect of it. I might put that hydrometer piece in the egg box just to make sure I got a good humidity in there, because this does do both. So it has 2 probes. And I have one, like I said, touching the heat tape, so I can tell how hot the heat tape is itself. And this probe kind of just measuring how hot it's going to be around where the egg box is. And that's the one I'm going to keep at like 91. I have a fan underneath and a fan on the rack. And that blows, one blows air all around the bottom, and this one blows hot air up towards the top. And like I said, I tested it, works really well. Got everything running through this with silicone, so no heat or anything gets out. All the wiring and whatnot. It's a mess over here. I'm gonna get a battery backup that lasts 8 hours to replace that, just in case we have a power outage or anything like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna bring you to the rat rack room where we've been breeding rats and show you the progress in there. And from there, we'll probably finish this video up. All right, so here is the rat room. It's a little bit of a mess right now. Gotta get it cleaned up a bit more. But if you've watched any of the previous like TikToks or videos or Instagram posts, you would see that, you know, originally we had just the rack. Then we upgraded to the water system, installed the water system with all the valves, low pressure, auto watering system. One key tip I found out about this, so after, you know, I was using bottles individually in each. When I went to this, I heard a lot of people talking about, you know, oh, you can flood out the whole rack and, you know, kill your entire colony if you're not home, not paying attention. If one of these valves malfunctions, gets stuck, or anything like that. But one guy, I wish I could remember his name. I might put it in the comments if I can find it afterwards. But he told me just to fill the jug. You can kind of see the line right there. Never fill it all the way. Fill it, you know, a quarter of the way, halfway at very most. As long as it's enough to get over the valve a decent amount to where it's going to last a few days, which usually about to that line lasts me about 3 days, which is still more efficient than using bottles for sure. So, you know, if they chew something or mess something up or a valve gets stuck, nothing's going to mess up. It's not going to break any, or it's not going to flood them out, because it's not enough water to completely flood them out. Like if that were to flood this out, it probably would fill up a little bit of the bottom, but then they also have stuff to stand on top of. So if I got home, you know, I'd be able to probably save them. This is the second mom we've had right here. She's right here. That's the mother. She was by herself with all of her baby rats for a while. But now all the rat pups have gotten a little bit bigger. So I decided to add in one male with her. And yeah, all the pups in here are getting big. We have a mix of litter in here as well. So we got some that aren't quite as big, which they're doing good. They're growing up pretty well. So there's no worries there. Just been an experiment with this breeding process. We're at 3 litters now. One cool thing, so we bred a black and white one. I bred her with a albino, and we got almost the entire litter kind of like this like gray tan with white. Literally the entire litter. So that's another one. Gray and tan. That one's just white. That's from a different litter. Gray and white. That one's gray and white, more like a tan and white. But they came out really cool looking. So, and since the last video of these, I've added hides. I added chew sticks, chew blocks to file their teeth and nails if needed. So they're doing really good with that. Changed the bedding to a kiln dried aspen, which has been really good. No dust. Second rack, we have another litter. She's alone because I want them to get bigger. I've gone through a pattern to where I basically let the mother take care of them all the way up to where their eyes open. And then I feel okay about adding maybe another rat or two. So same ordeal, block for filing, little tunnel, hide, add a little food here. I also put food in the top racks because I cut holes out bigger since the last video, which seems to be doing good. But I also add a little food every time I clean the tubs, just in case. In the last rack, we got two females and one male. 2 females and 1 male, no baby rats. So, waiting for them. And same ordeal, food on top, some in the tub, 2 empty tubs down there. I was using this rack for something to kind of separate some, and nothing in this one either. So I kind of try to use these middle 3 to make it easier. But if needed, I will expand out into the other ones now and then if it gets too crowded. But yeah, overall it's been pretty good. We've been using the Missouri feed and the Aspen bedding. So this is the bedding that we're using. I'm gonna go to Tractor Supply after this stuff runs out. This is just the Aspen, soft Aspen bedding, kiln dried. I got a couple, I had like 4 or 5 bags of it. So once this runs out, I'm gonna go to Tractor Supply and get a bulk supply. I have a huge box of food here and a huge box of food there. There's a bag in it, like a dog food size bag of Missouri feed. So, but yeah, so far pretty good with the rat rack. I hope you guys enjoyed the reptile setup as well as the rat rack setup, and you know, just seeing the progress and everything that we've have gotten so far. So it's been pretty awesome so far because all this has been done within like 2 months time. You know, I've had pet reptiles for the longest, but I mean, I planned on breeding them a long time ago when I was like a little kid. Then, you know, I kind of dropped that dream, started working full time, you know, after school and everything like that. And it kind of slipped away from me, but I always had, you know, pet snakes and everything like that. But now, you know, that I can afford to, you know, actually start this up and start what I wanted to do when I was like 12 years old. It's really been cool, and just, you know, progressing so far in just 2 months has been awesome. And the support that I've been getting on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube already has been really great. So I appreciate everybody. Once again, huge shout out to Salish Serpents. He's helped me with so much stuff, breeding advice, just everything, all the tips and tricks that you can imagine. So please give him a follow. I'm going to put him in the description. Awesome guy. He's willing to answer any of your questions ever, and he's got great animals as well. So like I said, also, if you want to keep up with all the content, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, constantly posting throughout the week as much as we can. So yeah, I appreciate you sticking around, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see, you know, any specific videos, any more like longer style videos, feeding videos, or what you guys like to see. But I appreciate it, and peace out.